Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights.
A pro-Buhari group under the auspices of Buhari APC Anti-Corruption Support Group has stormed the National Secretariat of the ruling All Progressive Congress in Abuja, demanding the removal of the party's national chairman, John Oyegun, from office. The protesters, who were led by their leader to the APC National Secretariat, accused Oyegun of being involved in corrupt practices. The protest against APC National Chairman John Oyegun is coming barely a week after the national leader of the party, Bola Tinubu, met with the party National Working Committee as part of efforts to reconcile the aggrieved members of the ruling party. As members of the group marched to the party secretariat, they armed themselves with placards bearing messages against National Chairman and others in support of Buhari's second-term bid.
Majority of the problems that APC as a party has now is presently majorly because of Chief Oyegun, the national chairman. And you see, in a situation that you see members of a political party that are against one person, and because of the discord between them and that person is now affecting even the fortune of the party. So what we are saying is that Chief Oyegun as national chairman should step down honorably. That is exactly what we are talking about, so that the reconciliation process being led by Ashwaju Tinubu can even be meaningful.
He doesn't know anything. He's just killing the party. And you can see all these problems that we are facing in the country. Everybody categorizing Muhammadu Buhari. It's because of this bad administration of Chief John Oyegun.
No official of the APC was on ground to react to the allegation against Oyegun during the protest. But officials of the group, after submitting their letter at the party secretariat, the group under the auspices of Buhari APC Anti-Corruption Support is alleging that Oyegun is corrupt and should be removed from the office.
One of the bona fide policy that we used to campaign for the Nigerian people is that we want to fight corruption. Yes. And we can now have our party chairman that will sit and refuse to audit the account of our party. We have to cite and lead by good example. Oh yes. And that is the reason why we are saying today Oyegun have to leave that seat. Either he like it or not.
The group insisted that the conduct of elective convention that will bring a new national chairman is only panacea for peace in APC. From Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting. Nigerian Senate has condemned demolition of Kaduna APC fractional secretariat by the Kaduna state government. It was reported that the head office of the party's faction, which suspended Governor Nasir El-Rufai, was earlier hour of Tuesday demolished by the state government. At Tuesday plenary, Senator representing Kaduna Central at the Senate, Shehu Sani, while citing Order 43, alleged that El-Rufai personally led and supervised the demolition exercise of the APC fractional office, and Senator Suleiman Hukuyi resident without notice.
Nasir El-Rufai led a team of soldiers and policemen to Sambo Road number 11. Sambo Road number 11, where he personally supervised the demolition of our new APC office, which happened to be the property belonging to distinguished Senator Suleiman Hukuyi. Mr. President, this comes just a year after the same governor demolished the personal residence of Alhaji Inu Abdulkadir, the National Vice Chairman, Northwest of the APC. This Mr. President, is in a series of arbitrariness and brigandage and tyranny perpetrated by the governor against dissenting opposition voices in the state.
In his comment, the Deputy Senate President, Ike Kirimando, said democracy could not thrive under such tyrannic and impunity.
Please say that this is actually condemnable. I will need to condemn it and send my sympathy to Senator Hunkuyi for the destruction of your house. The democracy has no place for tyranny and this kind of impunity. So if we decide to go on the path of a democracy, we must accept some of the things that come with it. And one is the rule of law. So if we have a democracy, if we have any kind of grievance, that grievance should be settled in the law courts and not using force or the weight of our office. I believe this is one of the reasons why Nigerians are opposed to the issue of immunity, especially criminal immunity for chief executives. So we hope that this will be the last that this will happen. And I do hope too that if it is true that the governor will make effort to go and replace the house or rebuild the house or pay him adequate compensation.
The matter was referred to the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition. Briefing journalists over the demolition of Kaduna APC Functional Secretariat by the state government, Senator Suleiman Hunkuyi, who also expressed displeasure, described the action of Governor El-Rufai as a threat to democracy.
What will military be doing in a site at odd hours of 4 a.m. in a property private to someone housing a public institution, leading your own party, no matter the dispute in question? What will the military be doing in a location like that at that hour? To me, for Hunkuyi, if the intention of pulling down that property is to shut Hunkuyi down, it has given me more reason, strong reason, to maintain my posture, to maintain my belief, to maintain my direction.
El-Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, has been having running battle with Senator Shehu Sani and Senator Hunkuyi from Kaduna State, respectively, leading to fractionalization of the state chapter of the APC. From Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting.
Joint Admission and Matriculation Board (JAMB), Professor Isaac Oloyede, has explained the process that led to the return of 7.8 billion to the federal government coffers as revenue in 2017 by the examination body, saying that government never expected such huge amount of money from the agency. Professor Oloyede, while attending the inauguration ceremony of members of the Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit Act 2 of JAMB, being conducted by the Independent Corrupt Practice and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC), said he was charged to at least return nothing less than 500 million for the year 2017. The registrar, while accusing a top government official of threatening him to return nothing less than 500 million to the government, maintained that his action was not meant to expose former chief executives of the board, but was purely of his anti-corruption reform in the agency that was based on accountability and transparency in the management of government finances. He urged the ACT members to use the platform that has been enabled by ICPC to tackle corruption in JAMB, lamenting that many corruption matters he has been handling was beginning to have adverse effects on his other responsibilities. Earlier, acting chairman of ICPC, Honorable Abdullahi Bako, commended the ongoing anti-corruption reform in JAMB, which has recently uncovered massive looting in some of its state offices.
Ahead of 2019 general election, the main opposition party in Nigeria, the People Democratic Party, PDP, has demanded that the election should not hold in Kano and Katsina State until the voter register is sanitized. The party made the call following the allegation of underage voting in Kano State. The picture of underage voters trended on social media after the last local government election in Kano State. INEC had initially denied being involved in the election where the pictures were taken, attributing the development to Kano State Independent Electoral Commission. Speaking with the journalists in Abuja, the party spokesman, Kola Olagbadiyan, made this known. He said INEC has refused to take a decisive step to restore the sanctity of its register, particularly in Kano and Katsina State. According to Kola, the import of this statement is that INEC under Professor Yakub Mahmood is not firm in its heart and will consequently cave in and accept any form of irregularity once it is put under pressure by the members of the voting community.
Lovely place, right?
Yes.
What's wrong? You don't look happy.
Take a look around. Why can't my hotel be like this?
I knew something was wrong, but I've got solution.
Solution? What?
Nanet.
Nanet?
Nanet offers you design solutions, building plans and construction, furnishing and equipping, financing, management, audit services, and many more services for a better hospitality business. Nanet, service with a smile.
The Nigerian Senate has directed its Committee on Ethics, Privilege and Public Petition to investigate Senator Ovie Omo-Agege from Delta Central over a statement to the press indicating that the decision taken by the National Assembly to alter the order of election was targeted at President Buhari. This was sequel to the point of order by Senator Dine Melaye, who cited Order 14 of the Senate Standing Rule, informing the Senate that Senator Ovie Omo-Agege made a statement to the press, among other things, saying the decision of the Senate was targeted at Mr. President, that he will not be part of it. He, however, asked the Senate to investigate the matter.
President, my brother and colleague, Senator Ovie Omo-Agege, addressed the media, and I saw it on channels and on NTA last week, where he said the decision taken by this Senate is targeted at Mr. President. I cannot be told that I don't belabor you with unnecessary commentaries, Mr. President. I want to ask that this statement was made by Ovie Omo-Agege, among other statements, that the Committee on Ethics and Privileges need to investigate this matter and find out if truly our decision was made and targeted at Mr. President, among other issues raised by him. And that was not enough. Another interview was granted. And I think I will want to state categorically that I will not be part of any group or decisions that will be targeted at a particular character, talk less of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
In his ruling, Deputy Senate President Ike Kremadu referred the order cited by Senator Melaye to the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition to report back within 2 weeks.
14. So if it's your wish, in accordance with Order 15, I will simply refer the matter to the Ethics Committee to report back in 2 weeks. Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Senator Magege is to face a probe from the Senate for alleged criticizing the sequence of the election passed by the National Assembly, claiming they are to frustrate President Muhammadu Buhari re-election bid. Recall that the lawmakers have protested against the adoption of the report of the committee and House of Representatives Joint Committee of the amendment of the Electoral Act. The lawmakers believe that the amendment of the Section 25, subsection 1, which has changed the sequence of the election for the conduct of the National Assembly to come first, then the governorship and State House of Assembly before that of the President, is targeted at President Muhammadu Buhari re-election bid. From National Assembly, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting. Fulani S-men have taken oath to ensure peaceful coexistence with the host communities in Ekiti State and by extension, Southwest Geographical Zone. They also agreed that they will no longer behave unruly, kill or allow their cow to stray into farms. The traditional oath revealed to be an effective cultural sanction on herders is believed to bring tragedy on those who breach its terms and conditions. The oath was administered by Alhaji Ado Meyaro, the Sarkin Fulani of Kwara State, after a peace meeting convened by the Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose. The meeting was attended by the Emir of Kano, Alhaji Muhammadu Sanusi, the National President of Meati Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Alhaji Muhammadu Kairua, Head of Security and Law Enforcement Agencies, hunters, farmers, members of MACBAN, vigilantes, and grazing enforcement marshal. Emir Sanusi was represented by the former Kano State Governor, Alhaji Ibrahim Shakarau, at the meeting also attended by members of the State Cabinet. According to Fayose, Chief Press Secretary Mr. Duwu Adelusi, the traditional oath was taken with kola nut and as an agreement that the S-men in Ekiti would not behave unruly any longer, kill or allow their cow to stray into farms. About 52 days after Fulani S-men invaded Goma and Loko, Kansu area of Benue State, the police has arrested the principal suspect in the unpredictable mayhem. The 4 principal suspects were arrested in Tunga, town of Nasarawa State, between 16 and 19 of February 2018 by Intelligence Response Team of the Force. The suspects, according to the police, were nabbed in connection with the killing of Sergeant Solomon Dung and other police officers, beside many innocent citizens in Benue State. The feast was sequent to the directive of the Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris on the arrest of all persons involved in the killings in Benue State and those in possession of AK-47 rifle and other prohibited arms. The team is being led by Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of Operation Abila Joshak. The suspect name were given as Alhaji Lagi, 40 years old, mastermind and the gang leader of the S-Men group, Malam Mumuni Abdullahi, 34 years old, Muhammad Adamu, 30 years old, and Ibrahim Sule, 32 years old. The suspects have confessed to the killing and mentioned gang members in possession of the police rifle they took from the slain police officers and others in possession of arms. The chairman of Codeine Control and Other Related Matter Working Group, Professor Oluwatoyin Odeku, has raised alarm over the widespread abuse of codeine and other controlled medicines in many parts of the country. Odeku noted in an interview that abuse of the substance cut across all ages and social strata. She said the problem is going deeper into the society by the day. There are reports of drug abuse among secondary schools pupils and students in the tertiary institution. The use of codeine containing cough syrup has increased even among married women, according to her. She said the development was due to the fact that many users of the drug, including married women, were always in need of some relief or a way out of their problem. Explaining how people get easily hooked to drugs, Odeku said a young man addicted to codeine consumed up to 6 bottles of the substance containing a cough syrup every day. When he realized that it is not enough to achieve his desired state of euphoria, he started making a cocktail with spirit and other prescribed drugs. She therefore called on policymakers, civil and non-governmental organizations, and other relevant stakeholders to work together with the group to ultimately overcome this challenge.